I need somebody to tell me why the people who watch Dan and Phil, like me, are so sweet. Because I met so many nice people, and if you're watching this right now, people that I met, I literally love you so much, and I'm so happy we got the chance to talk, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to meet you all, because never in my life did I think I would be surrounded by so many people who are so sweet and so patient and also just so observant. I mean, everyone was just complimenting everybody. The minute I got in line, I got there at 3 p.m. The meet and greet, they said to be there by 4. I was like, okay, sweet, I'm gonna get there an hour early because I have really bad anxiety, and I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, I don't know how this works, I don't know what I'm doing, because I'm used to going to VidCon. If you see in my previous videos, you would know I go to VidCon, so that's what I'm used to. I'm used to VidCon standards and how they do things, but I would say the meet and greet for Dan and Phil was very similar to the meet and greets at the venue we went to see them. So I know I'm also just realizing I didn't put on any jewelry, so I just put on a necklace and some earrings because I want to. Sorry. So the process of meeting people was very nice. I'm sorry. I don't remember anybody's names in specific, and I also don't want to name drop just in case they don't want to be mentioned in here. If you do, cool. If you don't, I'm just not gonna say it anyways because I'm not gonna deal with that. So meeting people was very nice. One girl, one of the first people I talked to, she had me sign her "You Will Get Through This" night book, and that started my night off amazing. And then she had these friendship bracelets that were so sweet and so kind, and I was so happy to, take so many friendship bracelets. I'll show you them after I talk about it. But and then there were these people who were talking about how they brought their book. It was The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire, not Dan and Phil Go Outside. It was The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire, and they're like, oh, let's do some light reading. And I said, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And actually their partner, I think it was their partner if I'm correct, if not, sue me, honestly. But next to them was like, oh, I don't actually watch Dan and Phil, I'm just here for like support and because we got 2 tickets and everything. So that was really cool. It was cool because I also saw a dad walk past. I was like, you don't look like a fan. But I think that the dad was with somebody. How the fuck did you get up here? Stay down. Anyways, but everyone was very kind is what I'm trying to say. And I just kept meeting people in line. It was all the people that were around me in line. A lot of them are teachers, in fact. So if you know anything about the Dan and Phil family, it's basically, we've learned a lot of people are either in healthcare or, like medical, workers, people who work in hospitals, basically. And then there's the people who teach, and then there's the baristas and stuff. I'm a nanny, so I don't know where I fall in that little category, but I hope I fall somewhere cool, because I am going to school to be a radiologist, which is in the medical field, so maybe I am the stereotype.
Next, please.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Love the outfit.
Really? I had to. I didn't get in trouble in TSA though.
I had to. I didn't get in trouble in TSA though. Oh, okay. So they were like, oh, you're okay. They're like, no, you're out. So I brought some things.
Oh my gosh.
This is for you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then I didn't think.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And then design whatever you want.
Okay.
Have fun.
I know. This is so difficult.
I really want to animate it.
Oh yeah.
Did you want me to take a selfie?
Yes.
Would you like to
Let's
take
do
a
it.
selfie?
Yeah. I don't think I can.
We're too short.
The angle.
They're so pretty.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, so actually meeting them was probably really eventful but non-eventful at the same time. So for me, I blacked out. I'm not even gonna lie. I went up to them, as you can see from the video, and I seemed very confident. I was very kind and giving them stuff in my mind. So I have really bad anxiety. It is under control, but in that moment, I was like, fuck. Okay, so I've been planning this out in my head for months. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna hand them. This is how it's gonna go. So when I stood there to meet them, as you can tell, I'm an absolute yapper. I don't shut the fuck up. If you saw the video, I do not shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna be totally real. I did not hear a damn thing they said. I think I only heard Phil say thank you about the pig, and then Dan talk about how he was suspicious in TSA, and that's why they wouldn't let him wear his light up shoes through TSA. So I I don't quite remember in my head what happened, so I'm so glad that my friend got that on video and that I also screen recorded it, which is also inserted over there, as you saw. So I didn't even hear like Dan make a joke at the end of like, oh yeah, we're too tall, I got the angle to take a picture. I didn't hear Phil say micro pig, oh ha ha ha, and then him look at the Sister Daniel thing and go, oh, that's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, I was under the impression that like they did not care. You know what I mean? Like I handed the thing to Dan and I didn't even realize he had a bit of a reaction about it. I was like, oh, he didn't like the Sister Daniel thing. But at the end, he gives it away and laughs. And so I'm like, I don't know what happened. But I was not listening to anything they said in that moment. So Dan and Phil, if you are watching this, you're probably not, which I hope not. But if you are, I am so sorry I yapped over you because you could not get a damn word out. Like, I was talking to my mom about it and she watched the video and she's like, no, you were talking way too much. Like, they could not get a word out. I went, yeah, I realize that now. And if I could go back, maybe I would have been a bit different. But ultimately, I was just trying to be like, I don't know. I was trying to be straightforward because I know they had so many people to meet and I was like, okay, I don't want to take forever, but like I want to take my time. But also, I don't know what to fucking say other than here's your stuff and this is what I have planned. So that's what happened. And it was really exciting. Afterwards, you can see me walk away and I'm like, hi. And I genuinely forgot it as soon as I walked away. As soon as I walked away from them, I was like, I don't remember a fucking thing. Like, and I still don't remember a fucking thing. Like, if I'm trying to go back into my mind and pick it apart and go, okay, this is what happened. This is what I did. No, fuck no. My brain cannot comprehend it. My brain does not know what happened, and I can't dig deep in there. And it's kind of upsetting in a way because I spent all this money to go meet them. Not all this money. It's like $200 something, which to me is not that bad. Honey, get off of there. Which is not all that bad because I've been to other concerts where it'd probably be a lot more money to meet somebody. Again, they are just YouTubers. They're not like Taylor fucking Swift over there for the Eras tour. But to me, they're like on the same like thing as not pedestal, but the same importance of Taylor Swift to me. Because I've been watching them since I was 9 years old. I wasn't obsessed. I got really obsessed when I was about 11 or 12 because a girl on the school bus, not on the school bus, a girl at school, I remember her bringing The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? And she said, oh, it's these YouTubers, you know, they're going on tour. You should totally check them out. And she showed me one of their videos, and I was like, oh my god, they're pretty funny. So, you know, I was like a casual fan because I was still kind of into Markiplier paying the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff at that time. It was like 2014, so that was really what I was into. I wasn't really into Dan and Phil, but I was like, oh, okay, that's super, like, they're super cool. So I watched them until I was about 11 or 12, and then middle school hit, and I really got into them because I was deemed as emo. I wasn't very good at it. Here are pictures. I was not very good at it, granted, because you know, I couldn't make my own money. So when you can make your own money, you can be a little more emo, but when you can't, it's a little bit harder. So yeah, I was deemed as emo. That was when I started to realize I like girls, so I got called. My cats just interrupted me from having a meltdown. But anyways, yeah, I got called a F word. I said it, but I can say it because I am one. But I got called that a few times in middle school when I started actually dating a person of the same gender. And then I also got called a lot of other things, and I had gotten bullied a lot. So I was hanging out with the popular kids at the beginning of 6th grade, and then towards the end I started getting really depressed, you know, because one girl said some stuff and some things happened basically, and a lot of people were sending me death threats, and a bunch of stuff happened in middle school. I don't know. See, I was talking to my sister about it. She's like, I loved middle school. I'm like, fuck you. My middle school experience was kind of horrible. So anyways, all that happened, and then I just kind of got into a different group of friends who also had really bad mental health, so we all just kind of were there for one another. So all through middle school, I was just kind of dealing with this, and Dan and Phil were just kind of what I watched to kind of get away from the real world and get away from all the people that were calling me names and stuff. And I was like, I have this great community, and I'm gonna cry, but that's why meeting everybody was so great. So thank you so much for all the people I met in line. Like, I love you with all my heart. I can't wait to show everybody all the bracelets I got because I'm so excited. Meeting them was not only just a little healing and the fact that I yapped too fucking much, but I was just very happy to meet them because I had been waiting for that moment for so long. And I know that they are meeting so many other people. I mean, they're probably millions, if I'm being honest, with seeing how many people are at all these shows and how many posts I see. They're gonna meet so many people. So they're not gonna remember me, which I was expecting. You know what I mean? I was expecting they're not gonna fucking remember me. I didn't even tell them my name. And they even asked me. I think I just talked way too much in between them. So I think that even if they're not gonna remember me, the moment is important to me because I'm gonna remember that forever. Like, I'm gonna cry, but I'm going to remember that forever. And if they see this at all, thank you for meeting all of us. If you see this, I feel like I speak for everybody when I say we will remember that moment forever. Whether we've been watching for 10 years, for the 15 years that you've been on YouTube, for 5 years, or even just a month. I met a girl who had only been watching them for a month. And to me, just knowing that there are people who are still learning about you and being so excited to meet you makes me so happy because I know that I was that person when I first discovered you. I was like, it'd be really cool to meet these guys. Only because you're so relatable, you're so funny for just being yourselves, and also, in a way, we were inspired. I think something that I would want them to know is that they inspired me. And no shade to Dan, but Phil really inspired me throughout his whole YouTube career from when I started watching him. Because he was always himself, you know, he was always upbeat, and no, he didn't curse, but now he's himself in the same way he was before. Dan has definitely progressed as a person, but Phil I have always looked up to for being himself and for always being there for his friend Dan and just everything in general. So Phil, if you see this, I looked up to you so much, and Dan, I related to you so much. So that was kind of my standard. So when I met them, I was like, this is it. Like, this is it.
Welcome to the hashtag Tips pre-show. The point of this show is that the one that you're about to watch later is good, so we're about to do something that isn't, just to give you like a different experience.
I'd say this is above mid.
Yeah.
Just like a nice,
It's a strong 6. Great, okay.
A what?
Having us.
So we stole someone's mailbox from off their lawn. Does this mean that it is mail when they do that?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's got the mail erection.
Oh.
Is that like, oh, look at the bit of mail. Oh my god, there's so much mail.
So much mail right now.
I've had so much mail.
Thank you for filling off lit.
Oh.
Never do that again.
Ew.
Okay.
This looks very wrong.
Very full. Wait.
No. Oh. Oh.
I also hate this. Yeah.
That's what she
Now,
said.
this is obviously your opportunity to ask us important, hard-hitting questions about life, politics, the world. And whatever the first question is, it's going to set the tone.
It always sets the tone.
Phil, hit us.
The first question. If you were a cereal, what would you be?
Yeah.
This was your moment. Okay, Phil, thank you.
Well, we
I would be bran flakes
Yeah. Yeah.
that have been open for like a month.
Ew.
Yeah. Brown and crusty.
Well, you'll be happy to know we did some great tourism stay in Seattle and went to Target.
Yeah, we saw.
American culture.
You guys have got so many better cereals than us.
that's true.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you guys are not like full sugar. Europe is like, sugar's bad for you. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I want freedom. Give me your
Aisle of Halloween cereal.
Literally, yeah.
Toucan Sam became a drag queen just for like this.
Doing really good. The ASL.
Sister Toucan. So, the cereal I would be is Halloween Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
This is what we just bought for the tour bus.
Yeah.
Nice. And it's so annoying in Vancouver after eating that.
100%. When we see the tour bus, we saw it this morning. Yes, our new house. The Faust too.
The Faust?
The
fuss.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
The fuss.
I'm sure about the fuss.
It's quite a fancy bus though, I have to say.
The fussy.
Ruin it before we even go on it.
Some sleek edges.
Ew.
Good.
Ooh.
Good lighting.
Alright, I'm gonna rule this race. Okay, let's start now.
Wait. Any advice for people wanting to start out as a YouTube content creator?
Woo.
Go to school. No.
There's actually a section in the show which might help you out. I'm not going to spoil it, but
Inspirational.
you might get some inspiration from that.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
I know
Terrible
that's it
advice.
too.
Yeah.
Phil said, who is your Mario Kart main? Ooh. It's on these.
Yeah, we played the
Yes.
beat. I just made my blonde beat, and then I changed the colour at the top, and I didn't realise it changes your voice. So my character started being like, "Brr, brr."
Ah! God, my knee is straight now. What
Oh, he's so cute.
And I had to make it into a short thing as well, because that makes it easier to drive.
Yeah.
But when I'm not being me, I am Snooki Mario, who's the
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. Next one. Can you describe yourself to my mum, who I drug along to the show?
Oh
We
God.
are two Christian content creators.
We are incredibly innocent and
Educational.
Dan has never said a curse word.
No.
Oh.
And I would never show the side of my ass while dressed as a nun. That's why. I'm just saying it's something that I wouldn't do. Okay, God, I'm so sorry.
Do you stand Gaga? Whoa!
Okay, Dan.
I do. Shut up.
Oh.
How often am I, like, if we're just cleaning or something, I'm like, play Lady Gaga to Siri?
Like 3 times a week.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So take that slander back. What do I sing when we do SingStar?
Yes, you do. That's true. Okay, Jesus next, Phil.
They're such a married couple.
If you could be one mythical creature, what would you be?
Maybe a seahorse?
Oh.
Ooh.
They're real. Those
Male
exist.
horses get pregnant.
Phil out to Washington State stat. You need to.
They're real things.
They are.
Yes.
I want him preg.
It just seems quite fun.
I was going to say unicorn, and now I feel like that's too close to seahorse.
Come back to Tumblr, read blogs. I have loads of Yowie queued for you.
The mum, you don't need to know the context. I used to spend a lot. The thing is, I curated my Tumblr queue so much. It took hours every week, and it just caused me to have a mental health crisis.
Oh.
And now you're asking me to come back because you prepared Yowie. That's a threat.
Yours was always so edgy. It was like the edge of a corridor.
Yeah.
A spark of a sound power.
Yeah.
And that was just like a funny rap that I've seen.
Yeah.
What is the best thing that has come from your career?
Oh.
We get to see all of you guys.
Yay.
Oh. Lame.
Okay. What skill you think you have improved on since you started YouTube? Also, what did you guys get from Target? Okay. Editing tips and a fake plant.
Yeah. Target, it was the tour bus I mentioned. We were trying to decorate the tour bus.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Phil got cereal and I got a tiny fake
Sounded like a
plant
moan.
that I put next to my bed so that I just feel like I'm
kill
up
myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's cute that they're decorating it.
The OnlyFans picture, a joint decision, the feud. Or did you have to convince
We
each
are
other?
not calling the Dan and Phil ironic nude the food.
Don't call me out like that! Don't call me out like that!
This has gone too far.
It's too much.
I'm so sorry.
I don't remember the decision. I think we were both feeling very chaotic that day. We do.
We chose violence.
We did.
And we
Yes.
are so sorry. Okay. The game. Are you fucking serious? Alright, that came out of a dark wormhole from a previous era.
It's been so long. Did
Oh
you
my
know
God.
that in Washington, potato wedges are called JoJo's?
In an organ. Because wedge! Why?
Fuck it, JoJo's.
Potato wedges
I'm gonna dip the
are
JoJo's.
adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not. What is your favourite SpongeBob meme? I like the ones where SpongeBob goes really highly detailed.
Yes!
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Crusty one.
The eyes are really sunken in.
I feel when I open Twitter.
Alright, so the show itself was actually really good and I really enjoyed it. I did not see The Amazing Tour Is Not on Fire, but I have seen the Interactive Introvert Store, and I went and saw Doomed as well. So I've been to those two. So going into this, I was like, okay, I've been to the other ones. Let's see what's going on. And going into this one, I was also like, I'm much more myself, and I'm so happy that I'm much more myself to go see this thing. Absolutely not, sir. So I was very excited, basically. And going into it, I was not expecting any of it. I will say that much. There were some spoilers I had saw online, which was a bit upsetting, but also I was like, they're out of context, so I don't know what's happening. Again, this whole thing I'm explaining right here, totally spoiler free. Like, you're safe. I'm not gonna talk about anything in specific. But I will say the show was really good, and if you have plans to go see it, you're really gonna enjoy it. Let's just say me and the person next to me, who was very kind and I ended up following on Instagram, they were great. We just kept like grabbing each other's hands and we were like, oh my god, what is happening right now? And I just kept going, what's happening right now? Ignore my cats. But we were very excited, basically, and and I was screaming so much. Like, if you've seen Interactive Introverts, it's a little bit like that. So they very much did, you know, bend all of their tours together and kind of do this little more modern Dan and Phil type of tour, which I really enjoyed. I think for some of it, Phil fucked up his lines, but that's, if you're watching this, we loved it. I'm just saying, like, the fact that he messed up his lines just showed us that they really are just putting on a show for us, and the fact that they work so hard for it just really means a lot more, if that makes sense. And the fact that he messed up a little bit also reminded me, like, he is only just human. I mean, I can't fucking remember lines for the life of me. I was a techie in theater for a reason. I did not memorize the lines. I did not do stuff like that. So props to them for being able to do this whole show. There were a few moments, again, I think Phil was messing up his lines. But again, Phil, we loved it. If you see this, I hope you don't. But if you see this, we really liked it. I mean, the person next to me, I was like, I kind of liked that he messed up his lines, because then Dan was just kind of like messing with him on stage and was really patient about it, and, you know, was waiting for him to realize what his lines were and was kind of just going along with it, which I think it made the show even better, because when I go to a show, I don't want it to be like every other one that everyone's going to go to. You know what I mean? And I think them performing the show is also going to be different for everybody, because they're going to forget lines or they're going to mess up on a move or something. But it was amazing to just see them in that moment, because I think Phil was really nervous. And again, Phil, if you see this, you do not have to be nervous. We loved it. I mean, we were just like, we thought it was a little blooper moment, you know? And I think blooper moments are the best moments, in my opinion. I love just little hiccups that people can get through, especially since I worked in tech and theater for a little bit. That just makes me think of that and reminds me of the times when I would say, hey, it's okay. You know, you mess up your lines, shit happens. It's life. I mean, again, you're only human. You're gonna mess things up. We aren't perfect. And I think that is a really great thing, in my opinion. So if he's nervous about that at all, he shouldn't be. I know my camera angles keep changing because I keep putting my phone back down because he keeps telling me I have no storage. Anyways, let's do a little haul. I love hauls. Okay, let me show you. So first and foremost, I folded it up, so it's like, I'm gonna hang it up. But I had Dan and Phil design me some tattoo, because that's what I wanted. I may or may not get their signatures, but I am gonna get, I'm gonna get it right here. Right here, I'm gonna get something that says, "The future is bright, so have the courage to exist." It's kind of the merch and stuff that they put out, and that meant a lot to me. And Dan said to use any one of these. Again, I did not hear a fucking thing he said, so until I watched the video, I didn't realize he said use one of them, but I'm gonna use all of them, even if that looks like a penis, and I know it's meant to be Saturn, and I don't know what the fuck that is. I think it was meant to be a star, but Phil did a little kit, so I will do that, and I'll tattoo that. I won't. My tattoo artist will. We're chatting. I got this for free. Again, I could have had them sign this, but I was like, don't destroy it. It's a cat. But I got this for free. I'm gonna be hanging this up on my wall. I have the Interactive Introverts one in my cupboard over there, simply because it's a huge fucking poster, and I had no room for it anymore when I redid my room. Whoever gave me this, I love you forever. This is so cute. And I attached it to my little lanyard. I also have my Interactive Introverts lanyard. And somewhere I have all my Doom stuff in my Doom bag that I have to look for. But thank you to whoever gave me that. Move, Hades. And then here are all my bracelets. I've never been happier. As somebody who has like no friends here, I was very happy to get all of these, and I kind of want to cry. This is my Doomed one though, from when I went and saw the Doom tour. I'm gonna cry. But these made me so happy. And so to whoever gave me these, I posted this on Twitter and I said thank you, but like, this is insane. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I have never felt so comfortable with a group of people. Every time I went and saw the other two tours, I was with my cousin, so I didn't really have a chance to interact with anyone. But this time, I really made some good connections, and I'm so happy that I got all these, and thank you guys so much for everything. Anyways, onto the cards. Oh, that's great. Okay. I got this one. This one is the one I really wanted. I really wanted them in their old uni hoodies. I got this one of Phil just plucking his eyes. I don't even fucking know what he's doing. And then this one, he reminds me of a Formula 1 driver, if that makes sense, like Charles Leclerc or something, or Max Verstappen. There's Dan with the golden pig, the fig. I've got a little golden pig thing, and I gave Phil a golden pig, little one. And then I got something that's slightly rare, I think. It's shiny, yeah. And they're in their tit outfits. And then stop! He's gonna destroy my shit. And then I got a hoodie, because I like a good hoodie. And I was gonna get more, but I was broke. And my mom was like, well, you could have gotten more. I was like, well, you should have told me that. Because she did pay for some of it, because she was like, I'll help you out, because I spent a lot of money. Anyways, this is the hoodie. I've been wearing it everywhere so far. It's just not holding up in my room right now. Oh my god, this cat. So, I love this hoodie, and I've been wearing it a lot. It's the same thing. I gave away my old II hoodie because I fucking grew out of it. It was an extra small, and I don't fit in that anymore because I was so petite and tiny, and I grew a little bit. I got boobs, and I got tits. I got tits. And yeah, I gained weight like I needed to because I was unhealthy. But that's what I got, and I've never been happier, honestly. I mean, I have.
Okay, guys, so I made a little post on Twitter that said, hey, hashtag CTIT. I want to ask you all a question for my YouTube video, if that's all right. I said, what was the best part of Dan and Phil Tit? Terrible info store. For you. With no spoilers, please. So this is going to be a spoiler-free little segment. Once again, everything in this video is spoiler-free. I don't plan on spoiling it at all. So let's get into the replies. Again, these are anonymous. I'm not going to tell you what the names were. Obviously, if you know my Twitter, you can just go on there and find the people. But ultimately, I'm not going to name them. Okay, so first reply. Everyone was so nice. I was able to talk to so many people I just met and reminisce about how we started watching Dan and Phil. I had this feeling that I was at a safe space where I can be myself. Being able to enjoy the show with so many people that loved Dan and Phil was amazing. It was amazing, and I completely agree. Couldn't agree more. I think it was an amazing experience that you could reminisce about forever. As they said, this is probably it for them. In a video, one of their last tours, I would assume. So, I don't think we'll be getting anything else from them. This is their third tour together and Dan's fourth tour total. So, I think it was very much just excitement from everybody, and we were all happy to be there. And some of us had not met Dan and Phil before, and some people simply hadn't gone to a tour before. I mean, there were, like I said in the past segments, there were people who were only fans for about a month or even just the year that they've been back. So it's been amazing to go meet everybody. And if I could go see another show, I really would. Okay, so next response is from someone else. Honestly, best part was connecting with so many fans that grew up watching Dan and Phil. Yes. Everyone had stories of how they got into them around the times of their queer awakening, and having that in common with so many people was so healing, to be honest. Yeah. So I remember telling people that I started watching them when I was 9, so that was around 2014. And I thought that was around the time The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire came out. So to anyone who I met, in my mind, 2014 was The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire. I don't know why. I believe it was 2016. It was not 2014. But I know I started watching them around 9 years old because a girl had come up to me in class and she knew I watched YouTubers. You know, I watched DanTDM, I watched all those Minecraft YouTubers at the time. And I'd also watched Markiplier because Five Nights at Freddy's was picking up a little bit. And so were other games that he played. So she said, "Oh, do you know Dan and Phil?" And I said, "No. What do they do?" And so she showed me a video after school, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" And I didn't become obsessed with them until about 11 or 12, I want to say, because that's kind of when I started to realize I like girls, funnily enough. And I started becoming this weird kid that nobody wanted to hang out with. I mean, I am still kind of emo. So it was just a time in my life where I had no one to go to, and so finally I started watching Dan and Phil, and then I found a group of friends and I got them into Dan and Phil. So it was really great, and I think that was the best part, was hearing how everyone knew them and how they grew up watching them or just recently started watching them. And there were also fans who were younger nowadays. Like, when I went to the show, there were people there who needed a chaperone, and I was like, I forgot about this. But you know what? I started watching them when I was 9 years old in like 2014. So who am I to judge anyways? You know what I mean? I think it was very healing, and it was very nice knowing that there were other people like me who were just as excited to be seeing them. Okay, next response. I went alone and I was really scared I wouldn't be able to talk and connect with people. But I talked with a really nice couple and another girl in front of me in line. It made me feel so much better and way less lonely than I thought it would be. That is so sweet because I was the same way. So I went alone this time. The past 2 times I saw them on tour, I went with my cousin who watched a little bit of Dan's videos, not Phil's. And she was just like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll go with you," because my mom was like, "I mean, I could go, but I don't want to." So my cousin went with me for both II, An Arc of Introverts, and We Are All Doomed. So when I saw those, I was with a family member, and I didn't really connect with anyone because I was like, oh, well, I'm with my family member who's very much introverted. So when I'm with her, I don't typically talk to other people just because I know she doesn't really like to all the time. But anyways, it was very nice. I also didn't think I was going to connect with anybody because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going alone. I'm finally old enough. Well, I mean, I was old enough when the Doom tour was out, but I went to a different state to go watch it because I didn't get tickets here. So the whole thing, but I was so excited because I also ended up talking to the people online near me, and we all became such good friends, and I was so happy to meet them all. And now, at the end of this video, a day later, I have memorized all their names because I scrolled and looked at their Twitter and Instagram, and I was like, oh, okay, let me remind myself. And then I have a picture of them, and I put their names over their faces so that I remember. But anyways, and I've been talking to a lot more people that were at the show that I met, and I'm like, this is so great. Like, this is so happy for me. I haven't felt this amazing about going somewhere in a long time. I mean, I go to a lot of concerts, but I don't make connections like this. And as somebody who has no friends in my town here, it's just so, I don't know what the word is, comforting to know that I can find friends, like, even though I might not ever see them again. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going to see those people again. Who knows? But either way, I'm so happy you made this response, and I'm so happy I got a few responses out of Twitter, because normally I don't, and it's normally just my normal online friends I have. There's a lot of normal in one sentence because I'm not normal, so that's ironic. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this segment. You can leave down in the you can leave down in the comments if you went to see the tour, and you can tell me what your favorite part was with no spoilers, please, or else I might delete your comment. Because as I said, this is a spoiler-free space, so we are not spoiling the tour for people. Naughty, we're not doing that. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much. Moving over to the Aniko, who is finishing off this video.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. You farted, you nasty little shit. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If anyone submits anything, that clip will probably be before this one. If anyone does not submit anything on my question that I posted on Twitter and Instagram, then there will be nothing before this. And you won't know what I'm fucking talking about unless I insert the little thing here, because I can edit. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. The tit tour was amazing. I had a great time. Would definitely go again if I could, but I have to focus on college, and that's a whole other video that I'm going to talk about, because I will be doing a video about that soon, about college, because I hate college. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for giving me so many views on my last video. I'm completely stunned, and I don't know what to say. So we love you. Thank you. Bye bye.
And one last thing, DanAndPhil, if you see this, just letting you know, I speak for everyone when I say we are all so proud of you. We are all so happy to be seeing you on tour again. And we thank you so much for doing this, not only for yourselves, but also for us, because we really enjoy it. And again, we're so proud of you, and you're doing great. So just keep at it, push through, because I know traveling is a lot, and it gets pretty heavy, but you guys have been doing this for a long time, so you're kind of the pros, and you were the first ones to do it. So for all the YouTubers that have been going on tours since Tapped Off, you basically started that legacy, so never forget how important you are, as well as how much you mean to us.